I get up every morning, I brush my teeth, I eat breakfast, I nod at my neighbor, maybe even crack a joke. To you, I look alive, but I am not. I have been dead a long time. My spirit rotted when I traded truth for survival, when I learned to laugh at pain, when I looked away from the blood and said, that's not my business. Piece by piece, I buried myself and still walk around. You call me a friend, you call me a brother, you call me boss, pastor, doctor, neighbor. But what you don't see is that I am a ghost pretending to be human. I eat, I drink, I smile, but I feel nothing. I care for nothing. I am nothing. And you? You might be sitting beside me right now, shaking my hand, posting my picture, not knowing the truth. The dead are not in the grave. They walk among you. I walk among you. Dead is when you read of a murder and shrug. Dead is when another headline bleeds red and you say, that's just life here. Dead is when you hear a woman's scream through thin walls and call it just a quarrel. Dead is when you know a child is being touched and your silence protects the predator. Dead is when incest becomes a family secret, an inheritance of shame, passed from one generation to the next. Dead is when rape is explained away because of what she wore, where she walked, who she trusted. Dead is when the streets run with blood and the only thing that runs faster is your scrolling thumb. Dead is corruption, dressed in suit and tie, laughed off as how things run here. Dead is watching young men inhale their future through smoke and mocking their addiction instead of reaching for their pain. Dead is leaving your elders to rot in loneliness while you argue over their property. Dead is stepping over hungry children and calling their suffering not my responsibility. Dead is when you are so desensitized that horror becomes your lullaby and dysfunction your normal. The walking corpses are everywhere, breathing, buying, dancing, smiling, but spiritless. And if you can't feel the wound of the world, the wound of your brother, the wound of your sister, then you too are already numbered among the dead. I ask you, when was the last time you checked your own pulse? Not the beat in your wrist, but the one in your spirit. Do you still flinch at injustice? Do you still weep when innocence is broken? Do you still burn with love when truth calls your name? Or have you been walking hollow too, a ghost among the living?